What's up, guys? Welcome. I'm Dave. You already know it's Dave Mo Flips channel about looking at my dog, man. Getting debt-free financial advice, not from me, just from all of us. Flipping cars, and this is part 2 to the 5 months in using another dealer's license, and I really. Wasn't going to do this video, not gonna lie to you, and I actually shot a different video for you guys of me going out to Naples, Florida today and picking up what's probably going to be one of my hardest sales. I don't say hard as in difficult to sell, but more along the lines of difficult to get rid of. Like, I want to keep it for myself, but you guys will see that shortly. So let's get into it right off the bat. Thank you everyone for emailing me. The few of you guys that did leave comments, I do appreciate it. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Let's chop it up. Let's make this quick though. I'm tired. Fees. Right off the bat, let's talk about fees. Someone left a comment and asked me, "Oh, why are you spending? Why your numbers don't look right from ACV?" I apologize, because I did have it written down. But I came home and I switched up my clothes, took a shower, and it got washed, right? Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, so the reason why is because I have fees to pay. As a dealer rep, your dealer, the mother dealership that holds everything, you have to pay them whatever it is they want. In this current situation where I am right now, I pay $350 a month. We already know that. I pay $200 a car, but that fee is usually passed on to the buyer as a dealer fee or a processing fee, whatever you want to name it. If we're negotiating, like, I'm not paying it and the dollar amount that I'm making warrants me working a deal with them on that $200, whether I pay it or we split it 50-50 or whatever the situation is, then fine. The third fee there's 2 more fees actually, I apologize. So if I buy a car from, let's say, ACV auction, or any auction that only takes ACH, which is a direct debit from the business bank account, which means they're only dealing with the dealership, or if that dealership has to sign a check. So some auctions don't take cash, they don't take certified checks, and they don't take money orders. They will only deal directly with ACH debit, which means you tell them when to hit the bank account, they take the money out, you get the car, or they need a business check. Very old school. In that situation, I had to pay an additional $25 on top of the fee. You feel what I'm saying? So if the ACV fee for the car was $1,000 flat, I got to give my dealership $1,025. $1,000 for ACV and $25 for the house for allowing me to use an ACH or write a check. I knew about it in the beginning. It wasn't something that was like really sprung on me. When I had signed up, ACV wasn't on and popping the way it is right now for me. So I didn't really think it would be a big deal. Here I am, 5 months later, and I'm loving ACV. So I'm paying that $25. It's no big deal, really. It's not a big deal. The last fee that I could think of is a $50 fee. Now, most auctions are going to tell you, Manheim is a big one. Manheim does this. They have up to 30 days to get you a title, right? So let's just say, boom, you bought your car from the auction. You got it cleaned up, it's detailed, you took pictures. A week goes by, you have a buyer right in front of you. They're willing to pay your asking price. You're like, oh shit, this is perfect, right? Boom, you don't have a title, right? Because Manheim didn't send you the title yet, because Manheim has to get it from Nissan, for argument's sake, okay? So you, by law, at least I'm talking here in Florida, can sell that car. As a dealership, they say, okay, fine, you have 30 days to process your paperwork. So if I sell that car, right, because We can issue temp tags and everything like that. We don't, and then we have 30 days to process that deal. So you got to think in terms of a car dealer, not a car flipper who gives the title and goes. As a car dealer, you're able to float a deal for 30 days, if you will. All right. It's not a good practice, but it does happen. Now, if I do that, I got to pay $50. So I personally like to wait till I get my titles. And it gives me, leisure. So I don't have to necessarily rush to flip a car. I'm not in a rush to get it fixed. I'm not in a rush to get it detailed and take pictures of it. Because I know if I do, by the time I get the title and I'm ready to really go hard with it, it's probably not as clean. Something else could have broken. So for me, I just kind of like chill, lay in a cut, wait till I get my title. And, I have a good rapport with some people at ACV, so I'll give them a call. But, yo, can you do me a favor? Boom, boom, boom. And they'll handle the business for me. They're really nice over there. So those are the 4 fees that I have. However you guys have it set up, that's how it is. So that's why sometimes you guys hear me talking about ACV fees and, I'm into this car for this. And you guys know the math. You're like, yo, 2 and 2 doesn't make 4 when this guy talks. It's not that I'm lying to you or I didn't buy the car. It's because when I'm tallying up, I have to include that $25. So that's number 1. 4 fees. $350 for the month. $200 a car. $25 for ACH or a check. And $50 if I sell a car without a title. So that's that. Back to the contract. I got a lot of questions about the contract. Basically, pretty much exactly what I said. What you want to see in that contract to protect you as a rep is you want to see that they can't use your cars as repayment for their debts. You want to see that if anything happens, those cars are your cars. Let's get a little bit deeper into this one, okay? Let's just say something's going on at that dealership, okay? You may have to title all those cars in your name or someone's name, or whatever. I don't know. That's none of my concern. What I'm saying is those cars will have to get titled. And they're probably going to charge you all those. For me, they're going to charge me $200. It's just how it works. Otherwise, those cars are still property of the dealership, and whatever's going on with that dealership will be part of your cars. Like, your cars are going with that dealership. That's just how it goes. So you want a contract to protect you that says, hey, these are my cars. I bought them. I'm responsible. You can't do anything with them without me. You don't want the dealership to sell a car and not give you your money. All right? So that's what I was saying about the contract. That's what, as a rep, I want to see in the contract. And there's going to be a bunch of other things in there that the dealer will have to protect themselves. Rightfully so. Listen, if it was my dealership, believe me when I tell you, there's going to be a lot. I mean, you as a rep, you might get 2 sentences in a 5-page contract. You see what I'm saying? Where it really benefits the dealer. But the main thing you're concerned about is they can't just leave you kicking rocks. You know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck you, these are my cars. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that's in there. Let me think. There was so many, but I'm sorry, I'm real tired. There was one dealer who I don't know if he was taking shots. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how he feels about hate. Let's get to that dealer in a second, but yo, you're gonna get a lot of hate. Alright? Let me put this straight up and down. Since I made that video last week, I've been thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, do I really want to open up my own dealership? Like, what is the benefits of having my own dealership? Yeah, I got my name on a building, right? That's cool. That's ego, right? That's ego. Okay. I can finance cars. That's more money, right? But the guy I'm with now, he's talking about getting financing. You know, we finally got him at least considering it. So that's probably going to be a wash. I don't have to pay that $25 fee, right? Or that $50 fee. So that's a benefit. I don't have to pay $200 a car, but I'm really not paying that now because most buyers expect it and they pay it, right? So when I really got down and started thinking about it, the only way it made sense to me was for me to wait till I get to a point selling cars that if all of my bills in regards to the car dealership, the rent, the lights, the water, the DMS software. For you guys that don't know, DMS is dealer maintenance software. And basically all it does is it's like your inventory. When you go to sell a car, it prints out all the paperwork for you with their name, with the VIN number. It makes life so much easier. If you guys don't have it and you're a dealer, just get it. With that being said, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I could get everything for $2,000 a month, right? Unless I'm selling 12 cars a month, 12 cars a month for X amount of months, it doesn't make sense to me to take on that extra debt. And here's why. 12 cars, I pay $200 a car, right? So that's $2,400. The profit is still my profit, whether or not I have a dealership or I stay with this guy doing what I do over here. So unless I'm selling 12 cars and I'm keeping that $200 for myself, now I'm making $2,400 extra, right? Not even extra, real extra. Then I could say, okay, you know what? I could take $2,000 and have my own thing, and then the extra $400 I could just put away somewhere for the times I might not make that much. You know, I might sell 10 cars that month or whatever, or 9 for argument's sake. But the profit and everything still works the same way. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, well, if this guy gets financing and we could work out a fair deal with the financing, I don't know that I see the upside to having my own dealership. You have liability. You have to make a certain amount every single month. That's why a lot of dealers are getting reps, because once you have reps, you know, you're in a situation where now you don't have to do so much. I mean, let's just do the math. Let's just say you had 10 reps. Every rep pays you, I should get a whiteboard, right? Every rep pays you $350 a month. 10 of them, $350 a month. That's $3,500. Let's say I had a $2,000 lot. Keep that in mind. That's $3,500. All of your reps collectively for the month, all of your reps collectively for the month, and this is a factual number, sold 40 cars for the month, right? You multiply that by 2 and you got $8,000. Add that to your 3,500 monthlies, you're at 11,500. Subtract your $2,000 for your rent and overhead and all that shit, you're at 9,500. That's 9,500 before you even sold a car for yourself. But hear me out. Dealers, if you're listening to me, hear me out for a second. The risk that you put yourself at is tremendous. Now you have 10 dudes on 10 dealer tags. You have 10 people going out to buy cars in your name. If they don't pay, you got to come up with that money. Yo, the risk is tremendous for the dealer. All right? And you just got to figure out where your benefits outweigh the risk. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for me. You know, I can tell you that right now. I don't have the heart for that. Like I don't want to be responsible for someone that I really don't know doing things in my name. You know what I'm saying? I never got down like that. Like I always did shit for myself. And I always looked when people do things like when you rent a car, right? Usually you beat the piss out of it, or you don't take as good care of it as you would your own. How can I think that someone's going to take care of my business with my name on it the way I would? Very few people are out there built like me that are like, yo, I can't do that because I'm not trying to fuck up this gravy train. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to get a lot of hate from a lot of people. Mainly dealers. Other dealers hate this. If they're not a part of it, they hate it. Oh, you're ruining the game. Oh, that's not what it's about. You're the reason why car prices are coming down. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah, because my overhead is $350 a month. So So I can go to the auctions and I can do what I do. I don't have to make as much as you do because you wanted that nice big building with all this other shit because your ego is bigger than the Empire State Building. It doesn't matter to me. Your opinion doesn't matter to me. I'm not talking to anyone in particular. I'm talking to the people that are going to hate on you. And you guys need to keep that too. Keep that mentality like, yo, you're doing this for you and yours. If someone's got a problem with how you're making money, tell them to pay your bills. They'll shut the fuck up real quick. I promise you. I promise you that. So you're going to get hate from that. You know what I mean? Like, mainly other dealers. Like, even as a car flipper. You ever talk to a car flipper and then all of a sudden, they get caught with cars? Flipping cars? Like, how did you get caught? Like, how did... You ain't selling crack cocaine. You ain't on the block. Like what happened? Oh, someone caught wind. Well, let me tell you something. You know who got jealous? It was either someone in your immediate circle. They got jealous because you're making too much money. Or a car dealer noticed that you just keep selling cars. And I know someone who got caught because of their phone number years ago on Craigslist. You were able to put, I don't know if you still can, the last 4 of like someone's phone number and do a search, and then all the ads came up. So they knew that that's how they had this many cars. Come to find out, it was a dealer up the road who happened to drive by this guy's house and noticed he always had 2 or 3 cars outside for sale. Dude ratted them out, man. It's part, yo, people are going to hate. It's just part of the game. Embrace it. Love it. If people are hating you, you're doing something right. You see me? You feel me? You understand what I'm saying to you? And people don't hate people beneath them. People only hate people above them. That's why people hate. It's jealousy. It's just another form of jealousy. So when you get hated on, thank them. Yo, man, thanks, bro. Appreciate you. I appreciate your hate. Thank you. And you know what? The next car I sell, I'm dedicate that to you. All that profit, I'm dedicate to you. You know, be a dick about it. Who cares? Fuck them. Lastly, someone left me a comment and we went back and forth. And I wasn't rude. I don't think that they were trying to get at me. I don't know that they were very well informed. Not to say that they're dumb. Just because someone's not informed doesn't mean that they're dumb. It just means they're not informed. Like, there's a lot of things in this world that I'm not informed about, but I'm not dumb. It's just I've never done it before. I don't know about it. Teach me, and I'll learn. And then we can have a conversation about it. I think that's where it was. So, and you could read the comments, or maybe I'll screenshot them and put them up. I don't know. And again, I'm not taking shots at the man. I appreciate it, because to me, conversation is bigger than this YouTube channel. All right, we could break down a lot of walls and a lot of differences if you could just get 2 people to talk. Let's talk about our differences, and we just figure it out right from there. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure it out, who you are, figure out who I am. We'll go from there. Anyway, he said, in my video, I said, you know, I get the money and then I hand in the fees and all that. And then he was like, oh, that's not how it works. The dealership gets the money and then they give you, you know, your profits or whatever. He's right, or she's right. That is how it works in certain dealerships, I suppose. Where I'm at, we do our own deals. It's printed right there in the bill of sale. You can't lie. That bill of sale gets turned in to the place that does our tags. That gets reported to the state. The dealer has to pay sales tax on that number. So there's no cheating that system. It just gets assigned to you as an individual. That's how it works. And he just wasn't like informed. So he kind of tried to call me out. And I simply said, I was like, yo, you know, I don't know how your people do it, but this is how my people do it. And then he went further. And this is where I think like shots, you know, I took it as like shots fired. But I also didn't want to get back at him, because I like the back and forth conversation at him. Because I like the back and forth conversation. I apologize about the dog. I like the back and forth conversation. I don't take it personal. You know, I'm not doing anything wrong. So let's talk about it. And he was just like, you know, he's like, I'm not, you know, FYI, I'm not a wannabe dealer. And I took that as like he was trying to imply that I'm a wannabe dealer. But for all intents and purposes, by definition, I have a dealer's license. I have auction access. I go to the same auctions they go to, maybe in a different state. I follow the same guidelines and rules they do. I just do it cheaper. So, you know, whatever. I'm not the guy sitting home talking about I'm a big time dealer watching a wannabe dealer. Those aren't shots fired. That's just facts. Facts, okay? So then we got into the conversation a little bit more, and I explained to him, I was like, you know, you're right. If it was my dealership, I would do it exactly the way he's saying it. I would collect the money for my dealership. I would cross my own T's and dot my own I's. Then I would write a check to my dealer rep, and this way I'm good with taxes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm agreeing with him, right? But I'm someone who, I'm not going to tell someone else how to run their business. Yo, these guys run their business how they want to run their business. It's none of my concern how they run their business. What I do, I keep the bill of sale. Every single car I sell, I have the bill of sale, a copy of the bill of sale. I have the copy of a deposit slip that I made to my business bank account, stapled to that bill of sale. I'm not really worried about too much, because if they try to lie on me and say I did something that I didn't do, I have my proof right here. I didn't do whatever they're trying to say, because I cover myself. I worry about me. I take care of mine. And I recommend, when you guys are in that situation, look out for you. Because I promise you, no one's looking out for you the way you're going to look out for you. It's real talk, all right? So then everything was cool, and it seemed like the conversation was going well, you know. And again, like I said, I agree with where he's coming from, or she's coming from. I really do. And then I just felt like they had to take that one last little jab, you know what I'm saying? That one to the gut. And, you know, he was like, the risk is all the dealers. What did he say? He was like, the risk is all the dealers. Unbelievable. And that's how he left it. Unbelievable, right? Like, because I'm not a dealer, you're not a dealer, we shouldn't look out for us. We should just, you know, get taken advantage of. That wasn't what the video was about. When I become a dealer, if I become a dealer, and if I do reps, which I already said I don't want to, the next video will be like, as a dealer, how to get dealer reps and how to protect yourself. Right now, I'm not. I'm a dealer rep. So I'm talking to other dealer reps and car flippers. This is how you protect yourself, all right? And that's all it was. So, you know, to that individual, I appreciate it. I love the conversation. I love the back and forth. And I encourage people to do that, especially on this channel and life in general. You know, I think maybe they were trying to take shots, but I'm not here to argue with anybody, you know. And like I said, I had agreed with them. I think they're absolutely right. If I had a dealership and I was doing it, that's how I would do it. But I don't own a dealership, and I'm not them. And I'm not going to go into someone's office, start telling them how to run their business. Can you imagine that? Someone comes into your house and tells you how you got to do stuff? Shit, I already know they ain't going to fly over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That's just not, that's not how we're built. You feel me? So that's a big thing too, guys. Just understand that people are just going to hate, you know, and everyone has an opinion, and they have a right to it, right or wrong. Myself included. I could be dead wrong for being a dealer rep. I don't know. I probably am fucking up the game. It's the game as I know it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, those are the major things that I feel like I missed. Those are the major things that I got emails on. There were some other cleaning questions. What do I use? To be honest with you, I'll break it down further. I like the Totally Awesome as a degreaser. I got it from the dollar store. It's $4 for a gallon. And then you dilute it 50 to 1, other than when you're doing a motor. And it's pretty much safe on anything. And I'll get further into that, how to save money as a car flipper, car dealer, as car anything. If you have a detail, you know what, I'll save that for another video and I'll get into it. I'll show you what I have in my garage and I'll break it down for you. I had another question today. Actually, the guy texted me and he showed me some pictures of carpeting. Vic, yo, you're my boy, Vic. Good luck with that car too, by the way. I hope you double up, nothing less. You know, he sent me some pictures of carpet, and I don't know if everyone has a carpet extractor or not. I happen to have a carpet extractor. Mine is a hot water carpet extractor, and I'll show you it as well. But if you don't, you can. I like hot water. You can spray the Totally Awesome. You know, scrub it out by hand if you have to, and then use a little bit of hot water. So the hot water breaks down the grease a little bit better. You can put it in a spray bottle, or you could just pour some on. Don't soak it. You're not flooding your car. All right. Spray a little bit of it on, and then you could use a wet and dry vac and just keep going over it. You could also rent like a rug doctor or I think a Bissell makes a nice machine as well. If you're going to be doing this a lot and you are going to be detailing your own cars, or at least trying to get stains out, I know here in Florida, if I wanted someone to detail my car, to do the carpet extractor and the seats and all that, I'm looking at starting about $200. You know, I think the cheapest I ever did find it was maybe $150, maybe $150. Paint correction, it just goes up from there. So you guys seen the video I tried to spray paint, clear coat some shit. The car. So you guys seen the video I tried to spray paint, clear coat some shit. The car that sold in less than 8 hours. Yo, I just had a car sell before I even posted it. I'm gonna do a video for you guys. It was the compass. I know my real ones that you guys seen the tip around video, you'll see the compass in the background. Yo, where'd it get to it? Sold before I could even post it. So these things do happen. And that's one of the benefits of being at a lot, because they came looking for someone else's car and they just happened to like that car, and they were just asking questions about it. And that's one of the nice things about being where I'm at, especially now having my man there. But back to the detailing stuff. So yeah, stuff like that. We're gonna go over all that stuff. All right. Took enough of your time. This was supposed to be a short video. I gotta be up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm going somewhere to take the family out. I know we haven't really got into saving money and doing the financial freedom stuff, but I do want to say to you, if you're on that path, don't forget that you could save as much money and pay down as much debt or do whatever it is you're doing. But don't forget, you always got to put a little something to the side to do something real special with the ones you care about. You feel me? Like, don't be all about just paying down debt and eating top ramen soup and cheese sandwiches and like, yo, this is how we got to live because I got to pay down. Yo, it's cool to be debt free, but it's also cool to take a staycation. You know, a staycation might cost you $500. You get a little hotel somewhere, nice little pool, outdoor parks, whatever. Do whatever you're into. You feel me? Just don't be miserable doing it. If that means you take one more year, so it takes you one more year. But you should never be miserable at anything you're doing. And we're gonna get into the whole financial stuff soon. It's just time is like crazy for me right now. Anyway, guys, I appreciate everything you do. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. 145 today subscribers, yo, that's crazy. I know that's like nothing, right? Like other YouTubers like 145. Shit, I put on 1,700 a day. Yo, that's not me. I'm so happy with 145. So I'm grateful, man. Grateful. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there. Stay masked up if that's what you're doing. And yo, keep making money, man. Keep flipping them cars. We're out of here. Just like the lights. Someone asked me if it was like Christmas time. I don't know. They're just like lights for the backyard. Not really Christmas lights, but I don't know. I want to get some that change colors and the pool change color. Well, yeah, I gotta go.